on my way to my car and then got followed home by 3 Teslas. I hollered laughing.
That's exactly what we asked for. That's exactly what we asked for.
Oh, God told me to put my Tesla in a Lyft program. So when I'm not in Hawaii, the guy who takes care of it can drive it for Lyft and pay my car note, and whatever he makes beyond that, he could keep.
Sounds good to me.
So it's not just sitting there.
And that's the part that's selfless, sharing what it is that you've been gifted with. A lot of times people may or may not want to share what they're gifted with.
Well, a guy will take good care of that car. If he's going to drive it to pick me up whenever I'm there, and he can drive it and make money with it, he's going to take care of that car.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yes, I'm so excited. Today is an amazing day. And I got a little bit of sunshine. It's back overcast again, but I got the sunshine I asked for. So that's all I can ask for. So I'm just going to...
and you went and got your glasses.
Yes, I went and got my glasses. Needed to get my glasses. Oh goodness, they're asking a lot of questions here. Okay, let's try. Okay, there it is. It's up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Putting us live because we've been requested to be live. So we are going to be live. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Law of Attraction, day 211. It's so decent. We have come so far in this very short amount of time. We are, is that more? Yeah, that's more than halfway to 365 days of intentional work. So we are intentionally working on the life of our dreams, whatever that is for you is so important. Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's so important for us to do the work to get to the life of our dreams. And how do we do that? People are, how is your life magic and miracles? How does your life get to be what it is that you really want? And absolutely by asking yourself the question, what do you want? If time and money were not an issue, what would you do, be, or have? I don't think people ask themselves that question enough times.
After they ask it, they don't believe it.
They don't believe it. Like, ask yourself what it is that you really, really want. Really, it's every spiritual book says you have not because you ask not. So why not ask for what you want for the sake that you just might get it? You just might get it if you ask for what you want. And the how part is not your business. Ain't that what they say? The how is not our business. The how is not your business. So many people worry about the how. The how is not your business. It's important for us to ask for what we want, believe that we're going to receive it, and then wait to receive it.
Ta-da.
Ta-da! It's so, it's such a simple concept that not enough people believe. Good morning. Good morning. Sam.
Simple and easy are different words.
Yes, simple and easy are definitely different words. Simple, but not easy. Hello, 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 hello. Sam, we'll talk about you joining me another time. But absolutely, it's so important for us to do that. And so we have been using over this past 211 days. How many days do we have left to get to 365? Uh, somebody do the math. I can't. I'm not that bad.
11?
How many?
No, what'd you say? We in 211 days?
Yeah, it's 211 days. So how many more? So we've been using as a guide this law of attraction planner, and the planner absolutely helps us to get
154.
154 days to go.
Yeah.
Ooh, my goodness. My. We have less days in front.
Then we have in.
Yeah, that's so good. 154 days left until we have been here for 365 days. We started working intentionally out of the law of attraction planner to absolutely create the life of our dreams. So when you think about the life of your dreams, what really is the life of your dreams? What is it? And so the planner starts right out asking us the questions. And I'm telling you, now I have my Zoom folks here that have been here for 211 days. So when we look back at the questions in the beginning of the planner, the 11 questions for the awareness and self-discovery to get you to your life purpose. When you think about those 11 questions and you ask them of yourself here at 211 days,
They're different.
Are the answers still the same?
No.
The answers are different, right? They're changing. So in this law of attraction roadmap, you really want to live the life of your dreams, you follow the roadmap that's right here in
The answers are better too.
the answers are gooder, right?
Yeah.
The answers are gooder and gooder. And so, you know, we often say that certain things in life don't come with instruction manuals.
Yeah.
And, you know, this truly is an instruction manual for our lives. So the first thing it tells us is that we need to be aware, self-aware, and self-discovery. And it asks these questions. And every time I answer them, my mind expands even bigger. And it's not what I said 211 days ago. So if money and time were not an option, what would you choose? How do you want to grow? What do you want to contribute to the world? Who are you and why are you here? Where are you going and how do you want to be remembered? If you achieved all of your life goals, how would you feel? And then how could you feel that along the way? And the way you feel it along the way is by meditation and visualization.
Choosing.
You know, see it now, even though it hasn't happened yet. And then what's most important in your life? What do you value most? What are you most passionate about? What brings you the most joy and peace in your life? What does a successful life look like? What do other people admire about you? What unique gift do you share with the world? What are your top 5 values? And if you don't know, ask people that know you well. So if you don't believe me, watch. So Sherry, can you tell me the top 5 values of Brenda? Or the top 1 or 2, whatever you could think of.
Well, she has a heart of gold.
Yes.
She's I wanted to say something like she's still waters. I want to say like still waters run deep. She's a very deep spiritual person.
Yes.
Yes.
I think she'd give you the shirt off her back.
Oh, yes.
She's
glitz it up
creative.
first, though. She decorated and then give it to you.
Decorated and then give it to you. Yes, for sure.
And she's kind and very loving.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so if you don't know what your top values are, just ask people around you and they will tell you what they have observed of you in the way that you live your life. So absolutely do that and figure out what your top 5 values are. And then what are your top 10 achievements in life? In order for you to move to the next level, it's always good to remind yourself of the greatness you already have in you, the great things that you've already done. Did you graduate from college? Did you graduate your kids from high school? Did you graduate your kids from college? Did you buy your first home, your first car? I remember getting excited about being able to buy a car for the first time in my life from the showroom floor. My whole life, every car I've ever had was 10 years old or older. And whenever I got it, it never had less than 50,000 miles on it. It may have, I think the lowest mileage car that I've ever purchased was 89,000 miles. So 89,000, 100 miles. So it's always well into the oldness when I got it. And so I said, you know, I'm gonna buy me a car brand new from the dealer off the floor. And I was able to do that in 2018. I bought a 2018 Toyota Camry with 19 miles on it. You couldn't tell me nothing. When it got to 100 miles, it was like, don't drive it. I don't want to drive it. I don't want to put too many miles on it. And then, you know, it just was amazing to be able to do that. And so absolutely, we have what we say. I just said it was something I wanted to do, and I was able to do it. And then I figured, I like the older cars. It was meh. It was meh. It was all right. So think about the things that you really want to achieve, and then write those visions down and make those visions plain. You know, by taking time out to do that, you absolutely will give yourself a 1-up on everything. You know, it's so important for us to do that. And then, you know, every morning when we're here, one of the things that the planner behooves us to do is ask questions to empower our day. So the questions to empower your day are, what are you happy about in your life right now? And sometimes you got to ask yourself these questions because, you know, you wake up feeling away. And by absolutely being in the planner and doing that, you will absolutely get the answers to the questions, but also elevate your emotions. Hey, Vern, good morning, Sissy, and the chat group, she said. Good morning, Carlene Travis, welcome. So what are you happy about in your life right now? What about that makes you happy? And how does it make you feel? What are you excited about in your life right now? You know, really think about, I know we've asked these questions so many times, but it's so important to keep answering them. Over and over. And you know, sometimes when you hear yourself talk, when I hear myself talk, I hear myself talking to myself. Does that happen to anybody else? Or is
Yep.
this me? Yep, I'm talking, but definitely hear myself speaking to myself. And so what are you happy about? What are you excited about? What about that makes you excited, and how does it make you feel? The planner is really working on your feelings, your emotions, because your emotions are your GPS. Your emotions are your God placement system. Your emotions is how you determine what you are attracting. Now, you can decide that the law of attraction is not real. You can decide that it's not something you want to believe in, but I promise you, if you are feeling sad, angry, or hurt, you will get more sad, angry, and hurt. But if you feel joy and bliss and beautiful, guess what you're going to get more of? Joy, bliss, and beauty. Ask me how I know.
Which one do you want?
Absolutely. What lesson? That's the one I want. And so what are you proud about in your life right now? I'm certain in this time and space that we are in right now, that there's something that you are proud about, something that you've done, something that you have sowed some time into, and now you're all excited about it. Like me, 10,000 people on Instagram, 10,000 followers, definitely intentional, definitely working on my social media platforms to be able to bring more empowering messages to people from not just me, but from other people, thought leaders that are in the industry, you know, the Eric Thomases, the Mary J. Bliges, the Ayanlas, and the Oprahs, all of the people who have these empowering stories. We want to hear these empowering stories because these empowering stories empower us. And it helps us to see that their stories are not very much further than ours. So there's so many people who have a story. and we want to be able to tell them. What are you grateful for? What are you enjoying in your life right now? What are you committed to in your life right now? Who do you love in your life and who loves you? How can you make yourself feel good today? How can you improve your relationships today? How can you be present in the now? It's so important for us to be present. There's a quote that says, if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the now. So it's so important for us to live in the now. Yesterday is gone. We can't get it back. Tomorrow doesn't exist. And that's why they call this present, this space right now, they call the present the gift. So stay in the gift of now, stay in the gift of the present is so, so important. And so how can you have more inner peace today? What can you give today? And what are your 5 most important goals? And what can you do to achieve your goals? What help or guidance can you ask for? What can you pray for? And if today was the last day of your life, how would you live it? It's so important to ask ourselves these questions over and over and over and over and over again. Because only in the questions and the answers can you get to the life that you want. See, sometimes what happens is we continue to just roll with life and whatever it dishes, we just accept it and we keep it moving. And that's really, it's not the best way to live. You want to be, at least feel that you have control. You do have control. You may not have control over the events that occur in your life, but you absolutely have control over yourself and how you show up in those events. So show up your best self. Show up, you know, when bad things happen to good people all the time. But it's also in how you show up in the situation. So how do you show up? You know, it says events, Jack Canfield in his book, Success Principles wrote, event plus response equals outcome. E plus R equals O. So the event is going to be an event. Stuff is going to happen all the time. But your response to the event determines the outcome. If somebody does something that you don't like, and your response is to slap the crap out of them, that outcome may be a fight in jail.
The outcome is the backseat of a cruiser.
Yes, the backseat of a cruiser. Security got him by the sleeve, right?
Yeah, hello.
And so the other thing is the event can still happen, but your response could be peace and walking away. And then the outcome is that person is there having whatever connection they want by themselves. So it's very, very important. Thank you so much. It's very important for us to, you know that events are going to come up in our lives. Things are going to come up. People are going to do things. Some of the things that people do are devastating. And it tests every bit of you and your life. You know,
can I just quickly tell this story? This young man was an assistant athletic director at a basketball power university in North Carolina. He was in New York City for some reason, and a drunk man came up and asked him, was he his Uber driver? And the guy jumped out of the car and said, do I look like an Uber driver to you? And a fight ensued. The guy fell down and hit his head and died. And this young man is in jail.
Mm-hmm. I heard this.
All he had to do is just put his window up, don't put his window down, drive away, any of those things.
Yep, absolutely. And that's not the only story I've heard like that. There's multiple I've heard, especially people jumping in the cars thinking that it's their Uber. But yeah, I remember that story. 1 life lost and one life in jail, but 2 lives lost total. You know, really, you know, the semblance of normalcy is just gone. Same thing when people suffer, like my family, losing somebody to gun violence. You know, somebody just woke up today and decided that they were going to use a gun, and I lost my brother because of it. You know, my brother had nothing to do with the fight, nothing to do with the person that was the intended target. The intended target did not get hit, but my brother did, and it took his life. And so when things like that happen, there's two responses. And coming from a family of 4 brothers and 4 sisters, is 9 of us. I think the jury was split. I immediately thought about my father. My father had passed already in 2013. That happened in 2018. And I immediately thought about what my father would say. You know, what would my father say? And I knew what my father would say, and I knew how my father would respond. And even thinking about it in this moment makes me emotional, because my father would have chose peace, you know? And so most of his kids chose peace,
Right. Okay.
but at least 2 did not choose peace. And I remember I had just left Atlanta, so Philly, because I was living in Atlanta. So I was driving, drove home that night and then got the call that night. And so I immediately was ready to turn back around and go back to Philly. And my mom said, wait, no, tell her to just get some rest. There's nothing she can do. So just wait. So I waited 24 hours anxiously. But in that 24 hours, I started to just pack up my stuff. And I'm like, I'm going home, because I couldn't figure out how our family would get through something like this separate. So I was the only one who lived far. So I'm like, I'm just going to go home. And so that's how I ended up back in Philly in 2018. But when I got there, my sister was like, how far are you? I said, probably like 20 minutes. She said, well, don't go home. Don't go to the house. Go straight to the bar. And I'm like, why am I going to the bar? She said, just go to the bar and get your brothers. They're not listening to none of us. They'll listen to you. You daddy right now. You go. And when I get there, my 2 brothers are dressed in all black.
Uh-oh.
Black boots, black hoodies, black hats, and they sitting at the bar and they talking about what they about to do. They about to go to the neighborhood and they gonna do all this stuff, and you know, all this stuff. And I'm like, we're not killers. That's not who we are. What we gonna do is we gonna get another round of drinks, and we gonna stay right here, and we gonna cry, and we gonna drink, and we gonna cry, and we gonna drink some more, and we gonna cry, and then we gonna go home and we gonna go to bed. That's what we gonna do. And they told me, they kept saying all this different stuff about why and this and that and the other thing. And they literally listened, and we stayed there and closed the bar down. and was able to get past that day.
Yeah, because you're about to sacrifice some more brothers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I told him. I said, suppose it goes opposite. And I told him, think about our mother, what our mother is experiencing. If something happens to one of y'all end up in jail or something, what is that going to do to mommy? And so I was able to talk them down, but understand that bad things happen to good people.
Sure
and
do.
it's so important for us to understand the difference between our response to the events that happen, you know, and how can we be of support to the people who bad things happen to, and how people will be in support of us as well. So it's so important for us to be in control of ourselves. And so this planner is so good because it's definitely going to help you when your emotions are down in depression or anger or blame or frustration or you know, spaces that's not good. And the first thing it says to affirm yourself. Just affirm, I am enough, I'm good enough. I take time every day to become aware of how I feel. I accept every emotion. I do not resist. I allow myself to feel and let go. So feel it and let it go.
Let it go.
Then it tells you action steps to help you to feel better, to increase your emotional vibration. Action steps like do charity work, Give 5 compliments to other people. Practice an act of kindness. Spend time with positive friends. Play with kids, play with pets. Play your favorite music. Watch a funny movie. Sing out loud. Dance around. You know, all of those things. You just have to find the thing that shifts you. And when you find the thing that shifts you, it brings your emotional self from down here to up here. And that's what we want, because as long as we are down in low vibration emotions, we attract more low vibration emotions. So it's so important for us to be above that, to attract what we want. And so only in high vibration, because this is where all your money is, this is where all your love is, this is where all your hope and help is up here in high vibrational emotions. So if you're down here, you're getting more of, I ain't got enough of this, and I ain't got enough of that, and I can't have this. But the more you increase your vibration, you get up here with the things that you want.
If what you want is broadcasting on satellite, you ain't gonna get it on FM or AM.
No, so you have to be in the same vibration, the same frequency as what it is that you are looking for. So it's so important for us to do that. So take time out to write your vision and make it plain. It's so important for us to write the vision and make it plain. Every good spiritual book tells us that we should write the vision and make it plain. It also says that people perish for lack of vision. Some people don't even have a vision for their life. So I challenge you to find a vision for your life. Vern said, woo, child, that low vibration, I can't and I won't. I know that's right. I can't and I won't. Immediately, as soon as I feel it, I'm jumping up, I'm doing something, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to put my feet in the grass, I'm going to do something to make myself feel better. And that's exactly what we have to do. So looking at wherever you are in your journey right now, wherever you are in your spiritual life, your personal development, your relationships, your career and business, your finances, your health, your free time and family, you know, you need to know your number. Know the number that you need. And there may be ways that you already have available to you that you can get to your number. But if you never do the work to determine, oh, I need $15,000 to get through the remainder of the year. And then anything I make over 15,000, I could save it. I could do, you know, you could do whatever. But what is the number that you need for your life, for the life that you want? You know, think about it. If you want to live in a better house, how much is it? $2,000 a month? You want to drive a better car, how much is that? $500 a month? And write the numbers down for what it is that you want. And it's amazing how God and the universe works. When you write the vision and make it plain for the numbers that you need, guess what happens? These numbers start to happen. The numbers start to happen. The numbers start to happen. And so I'm so grateful for having this tool of a planner. You don't have to have this planner. You just need a notebook. You need something that you can write your visions and make it plain, you know, so that you can create your life statement, write your life statement out, write it out in present tense as it would be, and then making the vision plain. So how you make the vision plain is by creating the vision board that matches the life statement. And so that every morning when you rise, you absolutely will take time out to read your life statement and to see the vision that you've created for yourself. And watch, because of this intentional work that you are doing, watch because of that intention that you will create the life of your dreams. I have seen it. I am living it. The life of my dreams. My life is unfolding. I'm so grateful for the knowledge, and I'm so grateful for the people that are a part of the Zoom room, because I don't think that had they not asked about this planner that I use, that we would be in this room for 211 days. 211 days, team, no days off. We are here every
Whoop,
morning.
whoop.
Yes, every morning at 8 a.m. Life doesn't take any days off, so why should we? And so we have been here intentionally working on ourselves and on our visions because it is so important for us to do that. When you allow your life to just kind of go whichever way the wind blows.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, that's exactly the response. Oh, Lord. But this intentional work of what if you woke up tomorrow
What
morning,
if the wind blowing is a tornado? You're in trouble.
you are in trouble. If tomorrow you could wake up and be in the life of your dreams, what would that life be? Hey, Paula. Paula from Vegas is here.
Hey, Paula.
What would that life look like?
Paula. She's got her own song.
What would that life look like? So I need you to take time out to, if I wave this magic wand and tomorrow morning, July 21st, you woke up and you were living your life of your dreams. Whoop, whoop. What would the life of your dreams consist of? I need to know. So tomorrow when we come back, I want to know what the life of your dreams is. Paula said, good morning, guys. I've had some change in my lifestyle and was on and can't believe I got to see y'all. Well, we're so happy that you're here and we're grateful, so grateful. So many great things are happening in so many of our lives since we have been here intentionally doing this work. You know, Vern, I've been watching Vern. Vern got sponsorship deals. She got people sending her stuff in the mail, all kinds of good stuff happening. So
It's open.
we're so grateful for you, Vern, being the evidence for so many of us to follow. And the rest of the team and the group, they are doing all kinds of amazing things. Dr. Loretta has her courses up. She didn't have those courses up 211 days ago. And
I sure didn't.
I'm seeing so many of us doing things that we've never done before. And so, you know, that's what they say. In order to have things that others don't have, you have to do things that others don't do. So we're so grateful and so thankful for all that we are getting to do.
Let me do it. Okay.
Is that Darlene?
Yeah. Oh, Darlene, come back. You're
Hey,
on
Darlene, how are you, honey?
How you doing?
I'm doing
Let me go
amazing. I'm
to
doing
the
amazing.
while I'm doing this.
I'm doing good.
Okay, good. Thank you for taking care of my girl.
You know, God just keep on blessing us.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Now, how you doing over there in your new place?
All is well in my world, you know, all is well. So thank you everybody for being here. What an amazing, amazing morning this is. 10K on Instagram for me and all of the great things that all of you are doing. So I want to know your story. I want to know what you're writing down. I want to know what your vision is for your life. I want to know what the story would be if you woke up and your life was exactly as you wanted it. So I want to hear the stories tomorrow. Okay. So thank you everybody for being here. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Okay, and you look beautiful.
Thank you, Darlene.